Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is so dead. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You must go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let him hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black? Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Yes, I'm live now. I'll call you back when I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, globalist. Good morning and welcome. I was on the phone to my sister. Sorry about that. Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing this morning? Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us. It is what? Friday the 21st or so? Yeah. Lord of mercy. Friday the 21st. Time flies, what's that? To my community of Parottee and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Morning, everyone, and welcome. Let me warn you. We're going to hear from the Prime Minister this morning again, but I will not irritate you for long. These are some very short, sharp scratches. You will get some very short, sharp scratch from the Prime Minister this morning. Anyway, Marga, it broke off. JPS not on no money. So you know how it go. We not officer more. Innit? Anyway, Marga, a day pop off. And we pop off, the rest of we upon we own. We understand that. I'm going to speak to my community this morning also about rebuilding an economy in our community for ourselves. That you will hear more of. Just a preliminary suggestion. This morning, I'll go into deeper details with certain members of the community about this idea. How we know? Morning, everybody. Morning. I'm not going to do a roll call this morning, but morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Like and share the live, please, because we're going to look at a few issues. Let's go to our slide first and remind you of our cleanup day we are having next Sunday, is it? Yes. Where is my slides? Have I got the wrong slide in? I must have got the wrong broadcast slide. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, no, I have the right one. Our cleanup day in Parottee. We're asking you to come and volunteer to assist us with our cleanup campaign of our community, which will be next Sunday, the 30th 30th of November, and the meeting point will be at Myrna's shop in Parottee. There is a link that you can register to volunteer with us, and we are asking you to bring along whatever props you can to assist you, such as a water boot, gloves, mosquito repellent, sunscreen, and all of that if you do require. So please, if you can assist us with the cleanup for our community, please do so. And the Parottee Enrichment Project will be having a medical outreach in the community. Did I not put this slide? I'm so lazy. Am I lazy or am I going crazy? But I'll put this on for later. Tomorrow, there will be a medical outreach at the Parottee Primary School Saturday morning from 9 a.m. and there will be free blood pressure checks, free diabetic checks, free doctor services will be available. So To anyone in Parottee and the surrounding communities with underlying health condition, and if you want to go and have your medical checkup now, that will be done tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock onwards at the Parottee Primary School. Your blood pressure and diabetes will be checked, and there will also be doctors on hand to see what they can do for you. So we will speak more of that later. And on to an advice to my community. This is a thinking, but it is something that can be explored and developed. Now, the fishing industry was our livelihood. It is our base in Parottee. Both from the fishermen who goes to fish, to the ladies in the community who goes to Black River to sell fish. Now, the Black River economy for us, when it comes to fish vending, is destroyed at the moment. Black River itself is destroyed, and there's no timeline as to when Black River will be back up and running in that way, and how Black River will be and what business will be like for Black River then. An idea is, when it comes to our fishing village, what I think we ought to do in Parottee is that fishing village that we created in Black River over decades, where we sell around a fish market there. So we need to create our fish market now in Parottee, because there's no economy in Black River at the moment. So we cannot wait to build back our community economy. So a suggestion to the community is to build the fish economy in the community rather than waiting for Black River to re-emerge. Bear with me 1 second, Globalist. I am live now. I'll call you back as soon as I'm done, yeah? Yes. So this is a suggestion that rather than waiting for life to come back to normal and for Black River to come back to normal, what I think can benefit us to uplift ourselves and the economy around us is to create the fish market now in Parottee. This ought to be a community-driven thing. If one can get tents set up, I mean, we don't have electricity and ice at the moment. That will be a challenge, but you know, things will become better, and we will not untie and make it work. But we need to create the fish economy in Parottee, have it publicized properly and everything, that our fish vending has now transferred from Black River to Parottee, given the circumstances we're in. People, once properly publicized and put out there, people will come into Parottee to purchase their fish. All of your customers who used to purchase from you in Black River and all of that, all of those people, we pull them into Parottee to redesign an economy for ourselves. What that would do also, if we bring the fish vending directly now into Parottee, it also brings in economy to our local shops as well. We could even extend it by the ground provision that we depend on and that we used to go to purchase in Black River, we need to create that economy within our community as soon as we can lift ourselves up. I think that's a start to rebuild back the community, because at the moment everybody is just in wonderland and days. Nothing is there to do, nothing, nowhere is there to go. Say for instance, Johnny Keane, as a community initiative, Basil, and this is something that Basil could facilitate, like with Ota Johnny Keane, Ota Basil bar at the moment. We have like a tent set up out there for with fish market and with grown provisions that will bring back economy and life into the community. So it is a suggestion that I'm going to speak to the community about first and explore on a broader term. But I think that is something that will bring back a little life and innovation to our community, because we cannot wait for Black River to come back to life. We cannot wait for Black River to come back to life. So that fish economy that we had in Black River, we need to bring it back into parity now, and pull people back into the Parottee community that will assist our local shops also. When we get them up and running, we can have a market style with grown provision in with community as well, because what that will do also, because Black River is off the market that way there, going to Santa Cruz, the things you would have to go to Santa Cruz to do, like shopping and so on, build that economy within the community. Because if we don't do something, our community will be just left stagnant and forgotten. So while Black River is being demolished, we need to design a community, a economy in the community that can serve the community as well as bringing in resources. But that's something to explore further. Anyway, Mag, I pop off. And the people of Parottee is also asking for counseling. If anyone is out there, who's a psychiatrist, a psychotherapist, a psychologist that can volunteer and assist in counseling services in our community or across St. Elizabeth or across the disaster zones, please give us your assistance. We're going to go to a video of Parottee now in relation to the counseling issue, because people, it's hard because to not being able to even recognize your community, it is terrible. But the most important thing, we save lives.
If you should pass some person, you see them evil and the little thing that leave, talking to themselves. We must would have think that they are saying, what am I going to do now? Where am I going to start? Because people are talking to themselves, people crying. So we need somebody to come and help, talk to them, counsel.
Persons are saying people need counseling in the area. Would you say that is true?
Yes, we need counseling because right now this man not pick up. And at the time we start, where they have I can't find it.
You can't find it.
Nothing but ID.
So they need counseling.
Yeah, I don't miss a pressure for me. I don't read the body.
This is one of my uncle's daughter as well.
They come and have my friend. She take off with just 2 cash of traumatized. You know, I'm posting.
Heard that some people are like sitting looking out in space, talking to themselves. You know.
Some people look up at space and talk to themselves. Even my mother. She don't sit down with me that time.
So you think people need urgent help?
Yes, sir. People need urgent help.
Your property would have destroyed in the hurricane. Tell me some of the stuff that you would have lost.
Two engines, the car, the boat, over the mangrove. I don't know the severe at the damage because it's over in the mangrove and a lot of furniture in the house. But the TV, just a bed. Because the sea sweep right through the house and we lose it.
And how far the sea from the house?
About a mile or a mile and a half from the beach.
And the search?
And the search, straight through.
Straight through the house?
And it went even further.
It went even further?
About even 2 miles more. It went so...
So you're basically picking up the pieces at this time?
Well, to be honest, my friend, a lot of them gone far over in the mangroves. As you see on the seaside, it's hard. And I mean, things get mixed up. Other people's stuff. So, and to be, a lot of them isn't good.
Okay. All right. You said the persons in the community would have gotten food and stuff like that?
Yes.
So you're okay with food?
With food, yes. And water. We would have thanked every single entity that brought water into this community.
And food. And food.
And food, water and food. We got a lot of food. We can't complain about food and water. The member of parliament is doing a great job supporting the areas.
And who is that?
It's Flight Green, and I know he has his hand full. Because if you notice, all his areas is damaged. So we're gonna give thanks to every entity that support and supporting the people of Parottee. Thank you. And I think one of the main things affecting the areas right now is mental health.
Mental health?
Mental health. And I think a lot of people need counseling. People lost about everything. Fishermen, the fisher ladies who are daily lives depend on fishing. I myself is a fisherman. And the boat is over in the mangroves. The 2 engines seized because they went under the sea. At my house. Because I had them in a shop.
Oh, so the boats were in the house?
No, the boat was down more. So the hurricane take it into the mangroves.
Okay, all right.
And the car is of no use.
Let us go back to the mental health issues. Why do you say person mental health?
Because if you talk to persons and they're telling you what they have lost, you will see a lot of them started to cry. Because some don't know where or when to start. I mean, their life would have been just deteriorated. Everything's just gone. Their fish, their money, their house. If you should pass some person, you'll see them even on the little thing that leave. Talking to themselves. We would have think that they are saying, what am I going to do now? Where am I going to start? Because people are talking to themselves, people crying. So we need somebody to come and help, talk to them.
Counsel them.
Counsel.
They need that urgently.
They need that urgently, counseling in Parottee.
If you can assist us, if you have the expertise and you can assist us, please do. this is a well-needed service, not just amongst Parottee people at the moment. It's a well-needed service across the disaster zone. Let's go over to JPS before we give you some short scratches from the Prime Minister. But because I keep telling you, it's important to listen. I know it wind you all up. Let's go over to the PAAC. Did I not upload this video? Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Where's the PAAC video? Because into say, a question was asked by Omar Newell in the PAAC, and the permanent secretary, I think for Darrell Vaz, possibly, answered the question, and kind of I was shocked. But why am I shocked? Let us look at the fire in, because labor rights, and I'm going to adjust Anvaz. I'm going to adjust Anvaz and the JLP people at the moment. Not in relation to this fire, but in relation to Westmoreland. According to the JLP, them a propaganda when we talk about the fire at Westmoreland. Them say a propaganda when we talk about the fire at Westmoreland, but it's a reality. Don't listen to the JLP, them will play down everything. But Anne-Marie Vaz, you're from St. Elizabeth, Anne-Marie Vaz. You're from Southwest St. Elizabeth, Anne-Marie Vaz. It is said you are also the cousin of Floyd Green, Anne-Marie Vaz. You went to Hampton High School, Anne-Marie Vaz, with a lot of people across St. Elizabeth, including Parottee and all both. If it is true that you went to Hampton, why you have a focus on Westmoreland? Because if it was about passion that you claim, what you claim you, the Westmoreland people, them have it hard. Make a look back for it. I want to say exactly what she said. And when she said it, hey, her labor rights went for the people. Went for the people, and not a word from Anne-Marie Vaz. Heavy heart last night. She said this a day ago. I think she said this on Thursday, or she said this Thursday morning in relation to Wednesday night. Heavy heart last night. Heavy heart in Westmoreland. People are suffer. And her people went for the people. They used to hit, and I know them as it was disgraceful. But that's how labor right behave, because them the on my page every day I have breakdown and meltdown. But whatever you have up in our heart for the people of Westmoreland, why you treat them so? When they want, because you play the politics, but you don't care about you labor right people, them like across Southwest St. Elizabeth. Come in here talk about Southwest St. Elizabeth people are suffer and Vaz. Why you choose Westmoreland people? St. Elizabeth, Southwest, the whole of Floyd Green constituency mash up. And his entire constituency. But Anvaz have a particular zoom in on Westmoreland. And when her people went for the people, not a word. This is the fire. It's two of them within hours of each other in Westmoreland. Parottee people, we don't know, so when Maros light round we, Maros burn like a California wildfire, and we don't know what these people up to. We just come out a hurricane and all start dropping pan we, and now we're here about fire, and we are still fire. I think we can go over to the PAC now and listen to that JPS question. What is wrong this morning with my devices? What is wrong with me this morning, globalist? No. Hold on there. No, what's wrong with me? Bear with me, because it's important that we listen to this whole JPS galanging. I hope people now go get backlight, you know, because JPS not no money. I mean, if the government willing to help JPS in the interest of the people, it is said JPS are actually extension plan in license to get more funds to sort out whatever they need to sort out. And if JPS not getting me, don't know, because you know the contract will come up in the renegotiation, and they've been told that they're not getting back the contract. They've been told that they're not getting back the contract, and they don't have money to do what them need to do. So dog, name with supper. Look pan dog and with supper, no? Why me I tell you? You see a lot of Parottee there? We might always turn and say, Parottee is treated by the government as a forgotten area. We remember in a burial as well, Parottee was one of the last places to get back electricity. And then they have to go demonstrate on Black Road to get back electricity. A lot will depend on us now. Given governments and private investors' ulterior motives, a lot of picking up the pieces, a lot of building back our life and community will be down to us. Let's listen to JPS. We've got them in queue now.
Thank you, Chairman. I have a question, but just for context. And I think the context applies across the country. Electricity is life and death. There are constituents who reach out to me, losing hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars worth of medication. And they're in a situation where they're unable to replace it. And sometimes I don't get the same sensitivity. Now, last year, before I became a member of parliament, I was able to get better information from JPS after burial. Now, as member of parliament, I can hardly get any information. So I have a question. Is the ability of the ministry to push JPS hampered by the fact that a formal notice that their license will not be renewed has been provided? Is there any detection of that? And I wonder whether any light can be shed on that.
No pun intended. PS?
This way. The information we've been given is that they need to secure financing. And because we have pulled on the license, if you will, my choice of words, they are unable to attract capital. And I mustn't say this publicly, should I? The time remaining on the license does not allow them enough time to secure capital so that they can repay within the time of the license. And there is no guarantee that there will be a renewed or new license unless JPS is willing to agree to new terms. And we cannot step back on that. Right? The country has been suffering high price of electricity and all the other things that we've been talking about for years. And we have agreement, approval from Cabinet to push for these changes. So the issue is we are now seeking to see how we can assist and facilitate them securing capital.
Do you mean by that a sovereign guarantee?
Not sovereign guarantee, I cannot tell you that. But what is being done is that there's a request before us for an extension of the license that will give them wiggle room, is the word I want to use, so they can secure some financing.
Any angle you look at this from, we are in problem. We are in, I wonder if the Prime Minister will lend we want Skylink and one generator for support with local economy what we just suggest. We don't know. Same thing what we can explore with the Prime Minister, but we in a problem, you know. We in a problem with darkness. A whole heap of we not go get backlight for now. They have a 6-month measure. Some people may not get backlight till 6-month time. Some people then say may not get backlight for 6 months time. So we have to prepare for the long haul. Let us listen to the PM now. We're going to the PM now, but these won't be long. I'm asking you all to bear with me. These will be very short.
Currently, JPS has 600 linesmen and with their equipment in the island. Some of those linesmen will leave shortly. On the general trajectory, you know, it could be as long as 6 months before electricity is returned to every community in Jamaica. Thankfully, we are at 70% now. By the 15th of December, we may very well be at, you know, maybe 75% or more. But that last mile in the particularly devastated area, that is going to take a lot of time. So there are two things that you trade off. It's time and resources. So if you use less resources, it takes a longer time. If you use more resources, it may take a shorter time. So we are working with JPS to bring in more resources so that it takes a shorter time. We are of the view, based upon JPS's assessment, I will leave them to give you the details, that they could shave 2 to 3 months off total recovery if they have the resources up front to deal with the recovery. So they want to have 900 linesmen, which would mean bringing in an additional 300 linesmen. And so the government is working with them to see that we can get this done so that we can get electricity back much faster than is projected. And if we get electricity back quicker, then water comes back quicker, communities start to normalize, we are in a better position. So I want to just update the nation on that we are seeking to move very quickly to restore your electricity. We are at 75% now, 70% now. By December 15th, we
Look like the Prime Minister and I dark seek for everything like we as well, where we just left in the dark. So where we go next? Where do we go next? Cautioning about roofing. This is about roofing. This is about roofing. Minister, get the Prime Minister out of the way.
I know that there are many Jamaicans who will be saying, no more zinc for me. I'm going totally slab. Before you think about slabbing your roof, make sure that the structures can support it.
Whoa, ballot. Prime Minister, what about the people them over Edmund Ridge Estate? Do you think their infrastructure with the Ponal cardboard and cartridge paper with all beat out bicycle rim will be able to support that? Just ask. Just ask if you see over Edmund Ridge. And if we are talking about apply to over Edmund Ridge, that's all. That's all I want to know. Nothing else. Not one more thing, Prime Minister. That is all I want to know. If what you've just explained, if it applies to Edmund Ridge Estate as well, with the cardboard, cartridge paper, and Ponal stick to bicycle rim.
And in fact, Minister of Local Government, I think we may very well need to have a campaign to go around and inform the public, those who are reconstructing, that there are some engineering requirements for putting on slab roof, because you don't want to
make sure, sir, make sure you tell the housing agency of Jamaica that to you, sir. Sir, can you send a message to the housing agency of Jamaica? Say bicycle rim needs spokes to keep up. Bicycle rim, sir, needs spokes to keep up. So see if you get a message over to the housing agency of Jamaica. So the cardboard, cartridge paper, and Ponal, now go can't deal with that. Renice Nicholson, you think to say Fly Green, well, Fly Green entire constituency pop down, you know, me not talk about one part of it. Fly Green entire Southwest Central bed pop down. You think Fly Green have any time to deal with the Ministry of Agriculture at the moment? Given that his entire constituency is either going to have to deal with the ministry's work, or he's going to have to deal with the constituency's work. Honestly, I feel for the guy at the moment, but and job when take on them, buy it, them steal it, them have to deal with it, because him on full and him not getting the help from central government. So I kind of feel for him on a human level, because when Fly Green have to respond to the entire constituency, he has to respond to the entire country when it comes to the agricultural issue and his ministerial portfolio. I don't know how his blood pressure is doing good and mine is doing so bad since Melissa. I really don't know. But I kind of feel away for him at the moment, because him have two balls to balance and him not get the help. Why is the government not helping Minister Green? I have an advice for you, Minister Green. This is going to sound political, but everything is politics. Do you think Andrew Holness is sabotaging you because you might just be a runner for him, as once you were the Americans' favorite to replace Andrew Holness? Could that be the lack of support? My advice to you, Floyd Green, if you don't want to be shredded at the next general election, resign from the cabinet and stand up for your constituency. Barring that, Mr. Green, you are doomed, because you're not going to get the help from central government. And if you don't go get the help from central government, you ain't going to be able to do anything. And it's going to be back down to you. So my advice is to you, resign from the cabinet and stand up for your constituency. You're a future leader, Floyd Green, of the Jamaica Labour Party. Don't let Andrew Holness stifle you, because you may not want to talk out in a public, but that's what he's doing at the moment.
Place one disaster with another. Right? So that needs to be addressed.
Remember, you did come say Operation Shame. Now you come with Operation Disgrace. Now you turn up with Operation Disgrace. Let's go to this before we go to the containers. The containers.
I've tasked Minister Bartlett.
No wrong with the container also, is when the Prime Minister explaining, who not here yet, we understand. Oh, I don't trust this guy.
I've tasked Minister Bartlett and Minister Mackenzie to
Wayne Evans, I'll show you.
Bring together all the permitting and approval entities along the tourism corridor, and we consider the tourism corridor from as far as St. Elizabeth, Treasure Beach, coming all the way around into going through.
Sir, how the all the way around get in there? Because barring Pelican Bar, the Parottee coastline, when you come around Sandy Hill Point, when you come around Sandy Hill Point on the Parottee coastline, sir, it's a residential coastline. So that's something we are push in our brain. So if we accept it and if we leave, we long go. No, Prime Minister, it won't be that easy. So we don't know what you're talking about all the way down. Prime Minister, a vast part of that coastline is residential. Stop talk like it's a tourism coastline. A vast part of that coastline is residential. These are subliminal push-off, Prime Minister.
Westmoreland, Hanover, going all the way around, going into Trelawney. I've tasked Minister Bartlett and Minister Mackenzie to bring together all the permitting and approval entities along the tourism corridor, and we consider the tourism corridor from as far as St. Elizabeth, Treasure Beach, coming all the way around into going through Westmoreland, Hanover, going all the way around, going into Trelawney, that have been impacted. So all of those parish councils and all the other entities that are responsible for permitting and approvals, for them to create a fast track committee to give approvals to all the hotels that are deciding and are now in the process of rebuilding.
You see, the government is not fast tracking the rebuilding of the people's life. This government is concerned about rebuilding the private sector. Oh no, am I the only one who is getting that? Based on a video that I played yesterday morning where when he explained the generator going in. And this further on, it was in the same conversation. We just clip them up. Does it not sound to you like his duty is to the private sector? Listen.
In other words, what I'm satisfied with is that the hoteliers are ready to rebuild. Some of them will have insurance. Some of them are going to consider this an opportunity to rebuild and make their plants better. Government should not be an obstacle in that, because the longer the hotels stay out of operation unnecessarily, the greater the threat to employment and revenue. So the Minister Mackenzie is telling me that they met on Friday, that there is general agreement, and the logistics of how that will be done, I'm expecting that by Monday we'll have a report. And I say to the tourism sector, get ready. I suspect you are already, but we are here to support you to get back on your feet bigger and better. We want to get the tourism sector moving. This same principle will...
I hope that the government can take the same approach when it comes to the people of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. James, and all of the people who've been ravished by Melissa. I hope the government will stand with these people and give them the same support that this government is pledging to the private sector, because Andrew Holness look like and care about building back the private sector, but not the people of Jamaica.
Be applied to other businesses. What we want to do is just to get the tourism stuff out of the way, because that's quick, and then we will apply that same principle. So the tourism resilience corridors.
Where will we apply that same principle? Oh, to the poor peasants. After we get master the investors and their friends up and running, and if that model works, then we can apply it to the poor peasants. The guy's not interested in us, like literally. The guy is not interested in us. The tourism sector, who sucks the lifeblood out of our economy. The tourism sector, who the bigger bunch of the tourist dollar never hit Jamaica, because your package is bought in Europe or America. Your package is bought in Europe and America. So that package you pay for flight and hotel never gets to the Jamaica economy. These people who suck billions on an annual basis out of the country. No, sir. These people should not help Jamaica to build back. Government is standing fair and square with them. Government is fast-tracking things for them, while we have to sit back and wait until, if government see that it works well for them, then government can roll it out other places. No, sir. This guy doesn't care. And they don't want us to hold him to account. So I don't know where we're going to end up, because if you have to allow this government to carry on with the Pikinaki Galangin, I mean, we have arrived. Haven't we arrived over the cliff where Haiti is going? It's no more a matter of Jamaica is on the road to Haiti. It's a matter of who gets to the bottom of the cliff first. We're both over the cliff or cliff edge. What we must look out for, who gets to the bottom of the cliff first. Jamaica has arrived.
Opportunity to rebuild and make their plants better. Government should not be an obstacle in that, because the longer the hotels stay out of operation unnecessarily, the greater the threat to employment and revenue. So the Minister Mackenzie is telling me that they met on Friday, that there is general agreement, and the logistics of how that will be done, I'm expecting that by Monday we'll have a report. And I say to the tourism sector, get ready. I suspect you are already, but we are here to support you to get back on your feet bigger and better. We want to get the tourism sector moving. This same principle will be applied to other businesses. What we want to do is just to get the tourism stuff out of the way because that's quick, and then we will apply that same principle. So the tourism resilience corridors I have defined, starting from Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth, going all the way around to Falmouth in Trelawney.
When you talk, if you say with the exception of Parottee, Parottee is not a bar in Pelican Bar. That's the only tourism going in a Parottee, sir. And that's not along with coastline. Pelican Bar, 1 mile out in a sea, Mr. Sir. Pelican Bar, 1 mile from the coastline. For the coastline itself, it's residential. So no make new story. So we walk and accept Kaido go so. This tourism corridor we are talking, go so. So no try nail it in our brain so we get used to it. So you want down there, so if you develop what you want, sir. Don't do
They will be the beneficiary of an accelerated permitting and approvals process to get them started, along with, of course, having electricity.
Okay. So they don't go where electricity. So that's why electricity now go come back a Parottee, because we don't have much to do with tourism bar and Pelican Bar, and Pelican Bar no run off of electricity, run off a generator. Treasure Beach, the hotel them on the coastline, they wanna mash up most of them though. With whatever I'm not sure. Let's go to the Prime Minister and his container dwellings. It's not the container that is the problem. Just listen to the Prime Minister's sharing up and quartering up. This is wicked, yeah. Hell shall be this man doom. You go in hell, headway like a bingy. The only difference are you and bingy, Prime Minister, is that bingy go hell headway dead. You are go hell headway alive. That's the only difference between you and bingy. Bingy go the headway dead, but you are go the headway alive. But hell shall be your doom.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions, and we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHD, and the NHD.
Jawbreak. Somebody did ask how bicycle spokes get in it. We'll go to the bicycle spokes them before we go to the Prime Minister container house. The Prime Minister normally do what the Prime Minister say and what the Prime Minister do. So he can promise with container house and bring with something else. So make we show Wayne Evans there asks how the bicycle spokes get in the building. Watch this video and tell me where you will see. Wayne Evans, what is wrong with this video? Watch this video and tell me where you will see at the Edmund Ridge Estate. And then we'll go back to the Prime Minister container dwellings.
So when you look at this housing development of Edmund Ridge, and you see the quality of the housing that is developed here, this is nothing like Operation Pride. I want to make that point clear. So if you compare what this government has done relative to what the previous governments have done, then you can come to the conclusion that something good are going on in a Jamaica. Because if you compare these kinds of development to Operation Pride development, developments, then your conclusion would be that what was happening before was Operation Shame. And it is these developments that we are doing now that is really creating communities of pride, communities in which the homeowners feel that they have a really good investment, a really respectful investment, and investment in shelter that gives them dignity.
The zinc was flying, and it's like you can see the breeze.
You see the bicycle spokes for yourself now, the bicycle rim for yourself. What Wayne Evans there? Where is Wayne Evans? You see the bicycle rim? Have you seen the bicycle rim for yourself now?
Breeze coming in every direction. North, south, east, west.
This is what is left of the wall. Remember.
Have you seen the bicycle rims? The beat out bicycle, the bicycle rim of the Prime Minister get somebody hammer for beat out and straighten out. Have you seen them?
Yes. Made out of paper.
Have you seen the ponal, the cardboard, and the cartridge paper? Have you seen them?
Home at what is left of it. It is 3 of us that live here. Myself, my wife, and our 8-year-old son. And this is the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. This house is in St. James East Central, the Edmund Rich Estate. That was named after Edmund, aftermath of Hurricane Melissa.
Have you seen it? You see the beat out bicycle rim them? You see the beat out bicycle rim?
This house is in St. James East Central, the Edmund Rich Estate. That was named after Edmund Bartlett, the tourism minister. And I understand that he and the Prime Minister came by to Palmyra, but they never come this side to look at the damage. We purchased this house from the HAJ, Housing Agency of Jamaica, and they don't even come to our meeting with the residents yet. Some of us are still sleeping in our cars. Our homes are totally gutted by the wind, and they don't even have anything to come and to talk with us. They're just directing us to the insurance. I have been here since December. December would be 2 years.
How old is the complex?
The complex is about 3 years, 3, 4 the most. And it's a new complex.
You were looking at the material that was used to construct the house.
You see the cartridge, you see the cardboard, you see the cartridge paper, you see the dry ponal.
The material is far substantial. These are the walls with some dust in it. So it's all gone. It's all gone. But this is what is left of the wall, the remaining of it, made out of paper.
Did you see any form of bricks or mortars within this development? Bricks and mortars? Bricks and mortars. Let's go to the Prime Minister's container dwellings. And listen how you share them up. Share them up, bro hug. Share them up. Share them up, yeah, bro hug.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions. And we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHD, and the NHD has provided us with a solution that they are presently working on. At a later stage, we'll go into more details. But the plan is for, in the initial phase, for the NHD to purchase 5,000 container homes. And those will be, some of them will be for sale. So with a program with the NHD, you will be able to purchase. Some of them will be used to build housing schemes, which you can purchase. And a portion of them will be made available through social housing. The government itself will also be purchasing some of these containerized housing solutions, which will be made available through the social housing modality. So effectively, we have to do a rapid deployment of housing solutions. And the easiest way to do this is to use the containerized solutions. They do take some time to arrive in Jamaica. There's just certainly not the quantity to make an impact. So we have met and discussed it. We have taken the policy decision that these can be used. And so the process of acquiring them through the procurement process, they have been given the approval to move ahead with that. So that should start in short order. You know, we are not going to get them here for Christmas. I just have to be frank with everybody. But we should start to see some coming in by late January. And those that come in initially, we are going to be looking at the worst cases assessed to make them available. For Christmas and for the initial stages, we're going to have to try to do the shelter repair kits, the heavy-duty tarpaulins, and those kinds of solutions, in addition to the rebuilding, the actual putting on roofs and so forth, as much of that as we can in the coming weeks leading up to Christmas. But the containerized solution does take some time. The shipping is between 30 to 90 days, just that alone. Then there is some procurement and other administrative and bureaucratic things that might take up the time. So we're
Why don't you fast track though, Prime Minister? Just like how you have fast track permits and all that Brakaram is for the hotel in the tourism industry. Why not do the emergency procurement and fast tracking in this case as well? Finish me talk what else me have to say.
really trying to cut it as quickly as possible, as short as possible. But even with the best efforts, they're
Oh dear. The NHT part. The NHT part. Beyond the trailer park that you spoke about, Lynette. NHT money. Rather than using money from the insurance or donation to assist Jamaicans with housing, they're going to be putting further debt through the NHT. They're going to be putting to further debt through the NHT, which bureaucracy and all of that. But the part of it, though, I've been a whole year, though. The part of it is the social housing part. The Prime Minister have whole heap of picture for take, The Prime Minister have whole heap of place for tie and ribbon and balloon pan. What a ribbon cutting. Prime Minister, cut the ribbon cutting. Because the social housing galangin where you talk about, that is going to turn out into a ribbon cutting bravado. And the people of Jamaica, Prime Minister, cannot wait until you tie on balloon and cut on ribbon to have a comfortable night's sleep outside, from outside. Because a lot of people have been gracing the element, Prime Minister. A lot of people are homeless and hopeless. And the best that this Prime Minister can do is to say, you really have lost everything. But here is a container house you can buy from the NHT. Given a lot of these people, Prime Minister, for years, even supermarket workers have paid to the NHT. A lot of teachers and nurses in those zones who have lost their homes, and police officers and all sorts who have been paying into the NHT. And you go tell them in a disaster, say, Boy, may I get up some trailer park, you know. And if you don't want to come out of the element, you know, if you go buy one from the NHT, and it's going to be a hustle and a jostle. For you know, go to for no MP nominate you to the social housing. I wonder how much social housing per constituency Prime Minister out of the contain. Boy, the amount of picture and book signing and table setting, printing up table with things for it for sign and chair for sit down round and picture and tie and balloon and ribbon. A whole heap of PR go on, you know. Eh? Make we listen again. Because you don't understand the whole heap of PR. All I heard from what the Prime Minister just explained was debt and PR. The people will be put in more debt and the Prime Minister will gain more PR. Listen and tell me if I know that or not here. I don't know my ears. Can't turn like a dog ears more time here from far. You don't know to say. Sometimes I take on the dog ears attitude when me hear from far. So listen well and tell me if you no hear debt. One other one coming, you know. Debt, profit, and PR. Debt, profit, and PR are the three things that I heard out of this 3 minute and 12 seconds that the Prime Minister spoke. Debt, profit, and PR. Listen again. And see if you don't hear the same thing too.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions. And we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHD, and the NHD has provided us with a solution that they are presently working on. At a later stage, we'll go into more details, but the plan is for in the initial phase for the NHD to.
When I hit the like button, globalists, when I hit the like button, and I see how me calm this morning, when I see how me calm.
Purchase 5,000 container homes, and those will be, some of them will be for sale. So with a program with the NHD, you will be able to purchase. Some of them will be used to build housing schemes, which you can purchase.
Let me ask, in relation to the NHT part, Prime Minister, not the scheme part or not the social housing part, because it's divided into three bangarangs. Now, with those who you say can buy from the NHT, will they get their contribution knock off? Well, I hope a bureaucracy before you achieve that still, because if you have to go through the... But what, Lord Jesus... What if your NHT contribution cannot be found? Because you know that is one of the problems with the NHT contribution and tax administration of Jamaica. Lord Jesus, what a problem we're in. We need help, you know, help. This need help. Debt, profit, and PR.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions. And we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHD, and
Nah, man. Don't talk me off. You know, she said the opposition gone in a bed with the PNP them. Hmm? Don't you see that the opposition is in bed with the PNP because the opposition are silent as a lamb? They have no voice in social media. They have no voice on the ground. They have no voice in parliament. Uno no sisse. Uno no sisse. The labor right, the PNP them gone in a bed with the labor right them. 'Cause a lot of these labor right PNP, you know, a lot of these people are developers as well. A lot of these people in all sort of business, in the food importation business and all of that, not just the labor right them. A whole heap of money they make out of this. A whole heap of money. Money, oh, as the young donkey would have said. Hmm? A whole heap of money in this. A whole heap of profit in that destruction. Yeah. Don't underestimate war zone. Hmm? Do not underestimate war zone. It's the favorite place for investors. Hmm? Or don't understand how war go. Do not underestimate the war zone. The war zone is one of the biggest places for profiting, for profiteering. The war zone is one of the biggest places for money laundering. The war zone is one of the biggest places for the transportation of drugs and weapons. The war zone is a place where sex predators and pedophiles saturate themselves. Jamaica, Western Jamaica, is a war zone. Don't take that off of your mind. And the whole of the war zone apparatus applies to Jamaica at the moment. Let's listen to the profiteering part.
NHD has provided us with a solution that they are presently working on. At a later stage, we'll go into more details. But the plan is for, in the initial phase, for the NHD to purchase 5,000 container homes. And those will be, some of them will be for sale. So with a program with the NHD.
Given how sun hot in Jamaica and people now can't afford air condition, I don't think the containers are as suitable, but then we can do better. You know what I mean? We have to take what they ain't give it. If we not turn up for what we want, we have to take what they ain't give it. Sharon, how you do? How you do? How things are going? We have to take what they ain't give it. If we not turn up for something, we will have to settle with what they have to offer us. All right? Lord Jesus, we no problem, you know? Big problem.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions. And we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHD, and the NHD has provided us with a solution that they are presently working on. At a later stage, we'll go into more details, but the plan is for, in the initial phase, for the NHD to purchase 5,000 container homes. And those will be, some of them will be for sale. So with a program with the NHD, you will be able to purchase. Some of them will be used to build housing schemes, which you can purchase. And a portion of them will be made available through social housing. The government itself will also be purchasing some of these containerized housing solutions, which will be made available through the social housing modality. So effectively, we have to do a rapid deployment of housing solutions. And the easiest way to do this is to use it.
Well, Sharon, a lot of we now get back light, because JPS broke. JPS a walk on jaw their foot. JPS foot may even draw to the end of their contract. We're in a big problem. Big problem.
Containerized solutions. They do take some time to arrive in Jamaica. There's just certainly not the quantity to make an impact. So we have met and discussed it. We have taken the policy decision that these can be used. And so the process of acquiring them through the procurement process, they have been given the approval to move ahead with that. So that should start in short order. You know, we are not going to get them here for Christmas. I just have to be frank with everybody. But we should start to see some coming in by late January. And those that come in initially, we are going to be looking at the worst cases assessed to make them available. For Christmas and for the initial stages, we're going to have to try to do the shelter repair kits, the heavy duty tarpaulins, and those kinds of solutions, in addition to the rebuilding, the actual putting on roofs and so forth, as much of that as we can in the coming weeks leading up to Christmas.
Just a question, Prime Minister. Why NHT is buying 5,000, we assume, out of NHT contributors' money, rather than ADPEM buying it out of the donation collected? I'm just asking. In reality, it's better to have a container dwelling than to be outside in the element, but there are a lot of conversation to have around that. But on a reality basis, it is better short term than out in the element or catch up in a school. But then again, the long shot of achieving this or how much people will achieve this, we now them now get to it before Christmas. So I don't know. I really don't know.
But the containerized solution does take some time. The shipping is between 30 to 90 days, just that alone. Then there is some procurement and other administrative and bureaucratic things that might take up the time. So we're really trying to cut it as quickly as possible, as short as possible. But even with the best efforts, they're
Jamaica, the most I can say we in a problem. If we don't want to drop these two sets of people and us as a nation chart a new direction and come up with something for itself going forward, what we see, we don't have much involvement in what's going on at the moment. It's what Andrew Holness decide. We will just have to go with. But I don't think the NHT should be brought into this. I don't think the people should be placed into more debt given how much. Prime Minister, 10 trucks of building materials. 10 trucks, Prime Minister, of building materials. And you mean the best you could have done is a trailer park? And not even a trailer park where the people them get free because of what been donated to them or the insurance collected. A trailer park that will put them in debt. For time to come, Prime Minister. People who've just lost everything, barring their life and the suit they had on the 29th. of October, the best the Prime Minister can do is to erect a trailer park and profiteer and put the people in debt. And then the other part of it will be a grandiose of PR where the Prime Minister goes around spreading tables, setting chair, tying ribbons and blowing balloons, and have a grand old embarrassment of the people. Buckle up yourself, Jamaica. The ride has started. It will get more frantic. You will become more dizzy and nauseated on this journey. Buckle yourself down. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning on Global TV. Lovely to have your support, as always. It not pretty out there. Just say that. It not pretty out there. Pray for Parottee and pray for Western Jamaica. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen him. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.